welcome back to another 101 Champion YouTube channel. It's your boy Garrett Bradford, and in today's video, y'all already know what it is. It's Thursday, so that means we got our first fantasy football video. So last week, as y'all remember, I didn't drop a video on Thursday, so I really put a lot of time and effort into this video, so I definitely think you guys are going to enjoy it. First and foremost, I'm going to start by giving you guys my 4 teams that I have personally for my 4 fantasy teams. And then I'm going to be breaking each position down by the top 6 quarterbacks, top 6 running backs, top 6 receivers, and top 6 tight ends. As well, for each 4 of those positions, I'm going to be giving you guys 4 sleeper picks that I think are really going to ball, that a lot of people don't really have their eye on or haven't really thought of doing big. But I think this is going to be the week that they take off. So let's just get right into the video. So we're finally here. I'm finally going to give you guys the position rankings of week 3. So the first position that we're going to be looking at today is a quarterback position. Everyone knows that's ever played football knows how important the quarterback position is. So with that being said, my top 6 quarterbacks for this week go Kyler Murray, and he's playing against the Jaguars. The Jaguars defense is really not that good, so that's why Kyler Murray is coming in at my number 1 quarterback for this week. And then you got Lamar Jackson. He plays the Lions. The Lions have been a team that's allowed a lot of points. So I can really see Lamar Jackson taking off with throwing and running. For my number 3 quarterback, we have Russell Wilson. He plays the Vikings. The Vikings put up a lot of points as well, just like the Lions. So I can really see Russell Wilson putting up a lot of points because he has DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. So that's always a key benefit to why Russell Wilson should be a starter for you. In terms of number 4, we got Dak Prescott. He plays the Eagles. I think that's going to be a really high-scoring game just because it's a conference game, and I always think both of those teams play tough, so I really could see Dak Prescott having a takeoff week as well. At number 5, you got Patrick Mahomes. He plays the Chargers. And at number 6, we have Justin Herbert. Both of those teams play each other, and it's the Chiefs versus the Chargers. I just think both of those quarterbacks are going to put up a lot of points. It's going to be a high-scoring game. So that's why both of them finished at the end of my top 6 quarterbacks for week 3. And on the other hand, 4 sleepers that I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on in terms of the quarterback position. You got Teddy Bridgewater. He plays the Jets. The Jets are not a good team. And Teddy Bridgewater has really been carrying and being a solid quarterback for the Broncos. So I would definitely recommend picking him up and maybe even starting him this week. At number 2, we have Matt Ryan. They play the Giants. I really see the Falcons putting up a lot of points, and I think this is going to be the week that they finally get their first win of the season. Then at number 3, you have Sam Darnold. He plays the Texans. The Texans are not really a good team at all. So I really can see Sam Darnold keeping up what he's been doing in week 1 and week 2 and putting up a lot of solid numbers as well. And my last quarterback is week 4. He is questionable for this week with a pectoral injury, but I do feel like if Big Ben is able to go, even at not 100%, I feel like he's going to have a great week against the Bengals and put up a lot of points. So those are my top 6 quarterbacks for week 3, as well as my 4 sleepers. So I really hope you guys use that, and let's just jump right into the running backs. So the next position that we're going to be looking at today is the running back position. Everyone that's ever played fantasy football knows how hard it is to find a solid running back when it comes to fantasy football because of the mere fact that nowadays in the NFL, it's really hard to find that one running back that plays all 3 downs. A lot of the teams now have 2 solid running backs that split time. So that's really the key thing to think about. So with that being said, my top 6 running backs for week 3 go at number 1, we got Christian McCaffrey. He plays the Texans, so I definitely see him having a takeoff week this week. At number 2, we have Dalvin Cook. He plays the Seahawks. The Seahawks let up a lot of points last week to Derrick Henry, so I could definitely see Dalvin Cook having a takeoff week this week against the Seahawks. At number 3, we got Derrick Henry. He plays the Colts. You really can never go wrong with Derrick Henry. He just gets the ball so much, so that's really the thing with him. He has a lot of boom to him and a lot of upside. At number 4, we have Alvin Kamara. He plays the Patriots. I can see definitely Alvin Kamara having a takeoff game this week and seeing them just try to control the ball and get an easy W this week against the Patriots. At number 5, I have Jonathan Taylor against the Titans. And I think Jonathan Taylor, the thing about him is he hasn't really reached his full potential just yet, but he has a lot of talent. So I can see if Carson Wentz does not start this week for the Colts, I could see them running the ball a lot with Jonathan Taylor. So I think that's a key contributor to a successful running back. And at number 6, we got Najee Harris. He plays the Bengals. So he got his first NFL touchdown last week. So I think this week he's going to do the same exact thing. They're going to get him in the end zone and just really feed him the ball and throw him the ball and make him be able to make plays. That's the key thing with him. As long as he gets the ball in his hand, he's going to make plays. And on the other hand, my 4 sleeper running backs this week, I got Mike Davis for the Falcons. They play the Giants. I can see Mike Davis definitely get in the end zone. I just don't think the Giants defense is that good. And at number 2, we got Melvin Gordon. He's been killing it for the Broncos in week 1 and week 2, and they play the Jets. So I could definitely see him putting up solid numbers again as well. At number 3, you got Tyson Williams. He plays the Lions. And Tyson Williams has gotten in the end zone week 1 and week 2. So I definitely see the Ravens putting him in the end zone again this week. As number 4, I got 2 different people. So I have Elijah Mitchell and Jacques Patrick. Both of them are the 49ers running back. And the hot one right now is Elijah Mitchell. But if he doesn't play, because right now he is questionable, I'll go with Jacques Patrick. A lot of people don't know about him, but they just signed him. He killed it in the XFL. He's a former Florida State player, so I could definitely see him being one of those sleeper players that puts on that not anyone really knows about. So that's my top 6 running backs and top 4 sleeper running backs. So let's just get right into the receiver. So it's that time for the receiver position. And nowadays, I have to say, I think the receiver position is one of the best positions it's ever been in terms of depth, because each and every team has receivers that can do it all. They can beat you over the top. They can take a screen, take it to the end zone. They do it all nowadays. It's kind of crazy how much talent we have in the NFL. But with that being said, my 6 top receivers for week 3 in terms of fantasy football, we got DeAndre Hopkins. He plays the Jaguars. The Jaguars have put up a lot of points, as I said, and DeAndre Hopkins is arguably the best receiver in the NFL. And Kyler Murray loves him. That's his favorite target in the end zone, so I can see him putting up a lot of points, so that's why he is my number 1 receiver for week 3. Number 2, we have Devontae Adams. He plays the 49ers. The 49ers have a lot of injuries at the cornerback position, and so I can see Devontae Adams taking off. And they don't really have a whole lot of talent out there in Green Bay, so that's the real reason why I see Devontae Adams taking off this week. For number 3, we have Calvin Ridley. He plays the Giants. The Giants don't really have that many good corners, so I really see him taking off this week. Even though he is going against Bradbury, I do think he's going to have a takeoff week this week. Number 4, you have DK Metcalf playing the Vikings. The thing about DK Metcalf is he has so much potential because of the mere fact that he makes freak catches and just freak plays. So that's the reason he comes in at number 4 this week. Number 5, we have Tyler Lockett for the Vikings. And the reason why I have both the Seahawks receivers in there is I just feel like both of them have so much potential with Russell Wilson against the Vikings to put up a lot of points, because the Vikings in the last 2 games have put up a lot of points. So with that being said, number 6, we got Cooper Kupp. Has to be honest with y'all, he's the coldest white boy out there, and he just really kills it at the receiver position. And that's the one thing that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers really lacking in terms of defense. So I could really see them having a takeoff week this week, Cooper Kupp. So that's my top 6 receivers. My top 4 sleeper receivers this week, we got Cameron Sutton for the Broncos. He plays the Jets. The thing about Cameron Sutton is I really think him and Teddy Bridgewater have been forming a great connection these last couple weeks, so I could really see that going on this week as well. At number 2, we got Marquise Hollywood Brown, and everyone knows he plays the Lions, so I could really see the Ravens kind of mollywopping and killing the Lions, and Hollywood Brown killing it again this week. He's been killing it week 1 and week 2, and I really think he's finally taking that extra jump to be the actually number 1 for the Ravens. So that's the reason he's at number 2. At number 3 this week, we have Devontae Smith, and he plays the Cowboys. The thing about Devontae Smith is he's arguably the top rookie receiver out there, and he has a lot of potential just due to the mere fact that Jalen Hurts loves him out there. So I really see him getting in the end zone this week and having a big week against the Cowboys. And if he doesn't, that's going to be a key contributor why they lose. If he balls, they have a chance to win. So I can see Devontae Smith taking off this week. And the final receiver I have, at number 4, we have Robbie Anderson, and he plays the Texans. The thing I love about Robbie Anderson is him and Sam Darnold had a great connection for the Jets. So I could really see that growing and really being a great thing for the Panthers. So that's my top 6 receivers as well as my top 4 sleeper receivers for week 3. So let's just get right into the tight end. The last and final position we'll be looking at today is the tight end position. And it is one of the positions that I will say in fantasy football, there is not a whole lot of depth. So it's one of those positions, if you do have one of these top 6 tight ends, you are in a great position because there's not a whole lot of depth when it comes to tight ends out there. So my top 6 tight ends for week 3, coming in at number 1, we got Darren Waller. He plays the Dolphins, and I really see Darren Waller being another takeoff week for him. He didn't really do too crazy against the Steelers, so I could see him having a bounce back week this week, and I really could see him and Derek Carr connecting in the end zone. At number 2, we have Mark Andrews. They play the Lions. And I know you guys may think I have a lot of Ravens guys on there, but the thing is, they play the Lions. They're going to kill the Lions and put up a lot of points. So that's the reason Mark Andrews does come in at number 2 this week. At number 3, we have Kyle Pitts. He plays the Giants. I think this is the first week that Kyle Pitts gets in the end zone and really has a takeoff week this week and really puts everyone on the map to let him know that he does deserve to be that number 4 overall pick. He is the highest graded tight end that ever came into the NFL and the highest drafted tight end ever. So I really think he needs to put on and let everyone know how much talent he does have. So I think this is the week to week he does that. At number 4, we have Travis Kelce. He goes against the Chargers. At number 5, we have Noah Fant, and they play the Jets. And the thing about Noah Fant is he's gotten in the end zone last week. So I really see him and Teddy Bridgewater connecting in the end zone again and them just overall killing the Jets. At number 6, I hate to say it, but we have to have Rob Gronkowski. They play the Rams, and him and Tom Brady have been on a whole crazy wrecking ball in terms of points in the last week 1 and week 2. They have 4 total touchdowns together, which is the most by any QB and tight end. So that's a key thing to remember. So definitely I would start Rob Gronkowski. I do think they have a hard matchup this week, but I definitely can see him getting in the end zone for sure again. In my 4 sleeper tight ends for the week, we got Robert Tonyan, and he plays the 49ers. And the thing about Robert Tonyan is Aaron Rodgers loves him in the end zone. So he's a big tight end that's going to get in the end zone. So that's the key thing about him. At number 2, we have Mike Gesicki. He's the Dolphins tight end, and they play the Raiders. So I really see him being one of those tight ends that gets the ball a lot because of the mere fact if Tua does not play, they have Jacoby Prescott as their quarterback. So I could really see him leaning a lot on their big-time tight end. At number 3, you got Dallas Godert, and they play the Cowboys. So I really see Jalen Hurts getting him the ball in the end zone. I really see him having a big week this week because if he does, I can also see the Eagles winning. All these key things for the Eagles all have to fall into place for them to win. And number 4, it's one of those sleeper picks. He hasn't really lived up to the potential yet, but I really like O.J. Howard this week against the Rams. Just due to the mere fact that the Bucs have a lot of talent and the Rams defense has a lot of talent as well. So with that being said, I feel like Jalen Ramsey is going to be sticking Mike Evans, and somehow, some way, they're going to have a key player sticking Robert Gronkowski. So I could see O.J. Howard being one of those sleeper guys that gets put in that they're not really keying in on the defense that puts up a lot of points or at least gets in the end zone. So that's my top 6 tight ends for week 3 as well as my top 4 sleepers. So that's it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. It is the first official fantasy football video on the channel. I really hope you guys enjoyed it and found it either educational or really just caught a vibe from it just because of the mere fact that you guys love football. And just always remember just to keep pushing and achieving whatever you guys want each and every day. Just always remember, just get a little better each and every day. And I promise you, you guys will not be disappointed. And all that hard work that you guys put in will pay off. And just always remember to keep subscribing, like, comment, share, and turn on those post notifications on. And I promise you guys, you won't be disappointed. Thanks for all the love and support. It means the world to me. And like I said, I'll be leaving you guys with an inspirational quote. And the inspirational quote today is from Bo Jackson himself. And it goes, set your goals high and don't stop till you get there. And the main thing about that I really love is I really want you guys to really, each and every day, set goals that may not be able to reach for a long period of time, but it allows you to put in the time and effort to really work to get to that high goal. So once you do make it to that high goal, you see all the hard work, time, effort, dedication, and everything that you put in. So once you do finally get to that point, you really are appreciative of everything and really constantly just keep putting your foot on the pedal and just keep moving forward. That's the main thing. So guys, just always remember to be 1-1 and just get at least 1% better each and every day. And I promise you guys won't be disappointed. And on Monday, I will be dropping another sneaker videos. So you guys make sure you guys are looking forward to that. And that's that for today's video, and I'm out.